Yo, how are we doing? Oh, right as I'm ready to go, Mooncake is like, oh good, stream time. Time for me to go interrupt things. Come here, Moon. You ready to jump up? Come on. Come on, kitty. Come here. Well, I'm ready to go now, are you? Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on. Moon. Moon. Come on. Come here, kitty. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on, Mooncake. Come on. Well, anyway, I'm queued up. We'll see if the BG pops. Most importantly, as far as the Tree of Wrath thing went yesterday, I did finish the Battlegrounds. Come here. There we go. Even though the queues died, and that it's no longer BG day. But anyway, we'll just have to see if we'll just have to see how it goes from here on out. I did also just hit level 40, which means that the full kit is finally online. That's when at least this build gets chain heal. I don't know if that's the level you get it in general or what. Some of these curated builds are kind of weird. Oh. Hey. Sweet. I'll take it. Grab one of these first, just in case we end up winning. Alright, so, level 40, that grants me... Yeah, I should have chain heal now, at least. Oh nice, and I can use my Battleground fruitcake as well, which is just much more convenient food. Okay, chain heal. I wish I could move that to a different spot on the aura bar, but anyway, I'll worry about that later. It's not as important. Okay, Cloudburst Totem, I have that. Okay, Purify can't be used in PvP, which makes sense, because I was like, what the fuck? That removes disease, poison, and magic? That's too good. Okay, I don't think I need slow fall here, but I'll keep it just in case. Alright. Oh, I love that we have snowy war song. Okay. There we go. I had the wrong fucking button for a sec. Alright. I'm not used to playing this build. I just moved around some core skills. Okay, so 4 is my chain lightning. 3 is my living lightning. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have anything to do about that. Hey, Pony. Good to see you, dude. Just doing the old Tree of Wrath setup, although there's not much PvP action today. So after this BG, I'm gonna look into doing some Monostorm dungeons or something. Oh, my mouse overcasting isn't working, no wonder, okay. What the fuck? Didn't I just turn that on yesterday, though, and we discovered that it did work? Alright, we'll try that again. I'll make sure I'm targeting someone, though, just to be safe. Now, we do need someone to run the flag. That would be important. I'm definitely not the one to do that. Yeah, I don't have anything to, really... Yep, nothing I can really do. I'm just gonna stay near people in the, busier area. This build is definitely not classless server PvP optimized because it's just missing all the cherry-picked stuff. Damn, that person's fast. Oh no, they're just small. Sweet, okay. Yeah, I've got nothing but Blink, and I probably want to save that. No, I guess I need to catch up. But yeah, I was gonna say, realistically, someone who's got movement speed or something should be running that flag. Rip. Okay. Mooncake, you're making it difficult to play. You keep putting your head on my mouse arm. I also didn't have Earthbind Totem on that bar. That being said, I'm not really going to be able to survive a bunch of shit. You're really an adorable cat, though, Mooncake. I will give you that. Oh, rip. Yeah, because I don't have the right skills on that bar. Okay. Yeah, shit's janky, but since since it's not BG day anyway, I'm not gonna worry about fixing it because it'll be fine for dungeons. Okay. Is someone going for the flag? I don't know. Okay, so no, the mouse overcasting did work when I toggled it on and off again. Okay. I was gonna say, is it working or is it not? I can't tell. I haven't had like a chance to test it out more. Fuck, that stupid concentration aura skill really pisses me off. Because it moved my binding for the Tree of Life. There we go. Okay, so that is working. Huge. Okay, I'll just move that for now so I at least have the same heal on the same spot on my bar. Because that one seems to be pretty important. Are they fighting up on the roof? I see, you can't pick up the flag again. That's good to know. Oh, rip, I'm dead. Yeah, if I get interrupted, I'm fucked, but the latency is too high to realistically fake cast or anything. But I recognize that dude's name. I was healing him in another battleground. Oh, I have a cleansing totem now. Nice. That shit's strong. The mono wraith just chasing after him. Rip. Yeah, I had too much shit to deal with there. I think I only have, Riptide is my only instant. Then I just basically have to hard cast either Healing Wave or Living Lightning. Because I say, wait, did I jump too early? I don't know what's up with the latency today. I mean, I know it's all the way in Europe, but shit is way worse than usual. If only we had quality American servers. If only. Not gonna lie, this Tree of Wrath build feels kind of shitty. It feels like it takes way too much mana for what it's capable of. Oh, sorry, I have to cast Healing Rain. Like I baited them down there, that's funny. Well, damn, I got chain CC'd there. Anyway, we're about to win. See, where's our flag carrier? There he is. Okay. Wait, where the fuck did he go? Oh, he's... Oh, I see. I can't... I don't get to see the flag glow behind, Damn. Couldn't get to him in time. No, I don't know what they're doing, because they're just making the whole... They're just making a losing BG take longer, but hey, more power to him, I guess. The sound of this healing rain is kind of janky. It's funny. I was trying to figure out what that was last time I used it, but yeah, that does seem to be it. Oh, but dude's about to die. Ah, rip. I got stunned before I could heal him. Oh, he's behind us? Okay. That's so funny. Dude's like a caster with stealth. Alright. We win. Not much of an eventful battleground, but a win is a win and a lot of XP, so I'll take it. Yeah, holy crap. Either the server or my connection to the server is certainly interesting tonight, to say the least. Alright. Let's go turn in that call to arms. Or no, we just did turn it in. Let's go convert our honor because, yeah, I'm almost honor capped now. It's such a challenge to do long turns like that smoothly right now. Oh, interesting. I didn't notice that, but yeah, so Tidal Waves has a lot of crit. It's hard to get a sense for the casting speed and instant enhancements with all this lag going on. Shit's crazy. Alright, anyway, I can get like, what, 35 of these now? Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Now I have 297,000 runes of Ascension. We can get some serious, heirlooms with that. Now that being said, I wonder, let's see. I wonder if dungeon queues are going to be fast. And also, what is a quest like for that? Do they have like a daily dungeon thing like they did with Battlegrounds? I see that I just got some Zelferic quest, but I can't even see the quest on the board, which is odd. Let me reload my UI. I'm not playing on a loon, I'm on Area 52, so I have no idea if a loon is different than Area 52, but I mean, I've been... With BGs, there's an element that's just a coin toss, right? Because the really, really fast, like you level faster in BGs regardless, win or lose. Like you level extremely fucking fast in BGs over here when it's, especially when it's the BG day. It's not. It's dungeon day right now. Especially if people have aura, the experience aura in your battleground. But the one where you get huge chunks of honor that I was converting to runes, you do need to win for that. And you could be a god and have a shit team. You can be weak and shitty and get carried like I basically just did that last round because all I could really do is heal people. And then once they saw that I was healing, they were just targeting me, and the build I'm playing just doesn't really have a lot of tools for it, so it is what it is. But I can definitely... But again, yeah, yeah, no, that's what I thought. I just wasn't sure if you meant Area 52 or if you're asking about a loon specifically. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, Pony. This is it. You know, it's like what I was saying when it comes to farming and prestiging on Bronzebeard. By all means, do that if you enjoy it. I would probably prestige on Bronzebeard as well if it wasn't a druid where the class is kind of annoying until like way later on in the levels. But if you're chasing currency and income, anything but doing it on Area 52 or possibly a loon, but I don't know if people still play there or if it's harder because on a loon you have to roll your build, you don't get to pick your build. Now that being said, I do think where everyone has to roll their build, it makes Battlegrounds much better. Because otherwise, if you're playing like if you're playing featured builds, like how I'm playing the featured Tree of Wrath build by the Ascension team, and I'm locked into those build choices if I want to get the build completion token, I can definitely tell that my current build is not as powerful as previous things I had tried were. Okay, let me do this, clear out some inventory here.
How may I aid you?
The vendor didn't want that one item. Okay, fair enough. Okay, now we can open my presents. Oh, right, that's the thing that makes everyone laugh. I was trying to remember what item that was. Okay, so I guess I should vendor some of this crap too. Although the plus side of running a featured build on Area 52 is that you don't have to buy any Mystic Enchants. Like you pick up Mystic Enchants on the auction house over on this server. I mean, you're able to, rather, and realistically, that's probably the way to go about it. But when you're playing a featured build that you're activated and auto-learning the skills for, it also automatically grants you the Mystic Enchants as you go. Oh yeah, that also reminds me. So how does Nature Swiftness, how did that shit work? There's like things to reduce cooldowns of it. Ah, Earth Living Weapon. Okay, well anyway, I guess let me see if what a dungeon queue is like and what the XP for that is and everything. Yes, you do need a vanity sync for this. So what you need to do, and how that works, is you would need to buy the vanity sync on Bronzebeard to have stuff from other servers on Bronzebeard. And alternatively, if you want to have other stuff here on this server, you need to have a vanity sync for Area 52. I have no idea if vanity syncs are really expensive here or not, because you can get gold at a way, way, way higher rate. So the prices don't line up with what you're going to be used to. Maybe no one's even selling them because they're hard to sell, because this is like the eternal rollover server that you all like. I never purchased a vanity sync and I didn't need one over here. The problem is the characters that I'm playing right now, I never actually made them over here. So it's possible that at the end of a season, they roll your seasonal characters over to this server and just give you a free vanity sync for this server so you have your previous shit. So I don't know for sure if you would have any vanity items over here, if you needed them for your leveling and all that. I haven't really needed it, but yeah. The other thing too is I have an extra vanity sync on Bronzebeard anyway, because they were only 5 gold that day, so I just bought 2. So I had one since I was planning on playing over here to farm resources. The other nice thing you can do when you're in a group is you can go to the Monostorm when you're in a queue, but I'm trying to manually find a group right now to see if I can get an optimized Monostorm group going or not. Oh, there we go. We have a tank, a healer, we just need one more DPS to queue up. Ooh, Searing Light. Smite, Holy Fire, Penance, Holy Nova. Okay. I don't have that in my collection yet, so that's huge. Hitting a target affected by Moonfire with a spell with cast time increases the duration of your Moonfire by 3 seconds and adds a stack of Waxing Moon. Dealing periodic damage with Moonfire adds a stack of Waning Moon. Upon hitting 5 stacks, your next Moonfire will trigger an explosion dealing chaos damage to the target and up to 5 targets within 8 yards. Okay. And then Waning Moon reduces the cast time of your next Arcane Blast or Starfire. That's interesting. Oh, a hit rate on Whirlwind? Okay. Increases the threat dealt by Steady Shot. So if you're a Steady Shot tanking bow hunter, that's certainly a fucking build concept.
Cairn is a noble leader for uniting our people here on Thunderbluff, but I cannot support.
Oh, that's why. No wonder there weren't enough sound channels, and that's why I was getting stuttery sound. There we go. Okay, so now I've got to think, what do I want to heal with for my group? Yeah, I've got Chain Lightning, and I've got Chain Heal that converts into Living Lightning. Oh, that little purple indicator, that's my Riptide, okay. Nice, and that was also just innate. I didn't need to do anything for that. Oh, okay, I should always be putting a lightning bolt out. Or, yeah, a lightning bolt to trigger lightning rod. Unfortunately, the latency is just as high over here as it was in the BG. Oh, I should have just passed on the loot, honestly. I don't even want it. The relative gold's not even worth it over here. Nice, I can still auto attack as a tree, that's what's important. Yeah, I'm actually doing okay damage. Okay, yeah, I was being a little bit conservative earlier to make sure I wasn't burning through too much mana and fucking over the group for something dumb that isn't important. Okay, so it does get very mana hungry, but not unmanageable. Wait, do I have a mana totem or anything that I'm not using? I don't know why that living lightning feels so laggy. Oh, I guess if I'm getting... It seems like if I get a proc of something, it still consumes... Some things consume a global? I don't know, I have to figure out... I can't... Problem is I can't tell if I'm getting like an extra cast or a proc, or if it's just lag sometimes. Because of how... Oh yeah, the latency's going fucking crazy today. Server's shit in the bed. Yeah, living lightning is a crazy cool ability to have. Holy shit. Because like right there, okay, right there I saw the proc happen instead of lag fucking it up. Yeah, we are all the baconators today. Oh yes, let's see, I didn't get a chance to look through that. Well, I do have elemental mastery too. I'll have to macro that with Thingo. Hey, Haven. Gotta love the high-risk mat farm on Bronzebeard. How's that going for you? I'm just finishing up the build from yesterday. Had a couple BG wins, which is nice to finish up the BG thing for the daily. Granted, I am getting insane latency on Area 52 today. Like, much higher baseline latency, as well as, very intermittent laggy shits. Died on your hardcore character for the lag spike, called it a day. Yeah. I wouldn't hardcore can be frustrating enough in a game like WoW, let alone when the server is lagging outside of your own control. No totem for you. Okay, good. Yeah, I have my Earth Living Weapon. Okay, so I need to... Alright. Bro's suddenly taking a shitload of damage. That's interesting. Alright. Yeah, nice. I'm second damage done. It's funny being a lightning tree. This is just like a very different play style to wrap your head around. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, hardcore is the kind of thing you gotta be up for it. And it's kind of more of like a mentality thing. Because I'm not really someone who likes hardcore modes myself. I like challenges in video games, but I don't enjoy harsh... I enjoy the difficulty, I don't enjoy the harsh penalty, effectively. That's kind of the difference, really. kind of like I'm not really a fan of, I'm not a fan of extraction shooters. I'm not a fan of gambling or stakes in general. And on one hand, the good thing is I don't feel the allure to go and do them. On the other hand, you know, a lot of people like them and consider it exciting, and it just doesn't have a pull for me. Oh, okay. Yeah, hyper spawns is another thing, but I guess on Ascension you're not gonna... So do they not have hyper spawns on Ascension, or is it just that you're not usually in that crowded of a spot to begin with? Hey, Abstora, how's it going, dude? Hope you had a nice Christmas. Oh, so sorry, I want to do a manual lightning bolt first, so I put lightning rod into the enemy. Okay, so you can only use that food in a battleground. Fair enough, that's what I thought. Yeah, I've got almost as much damage as this, this actual damage dealer. Depends on the fight, but... Dude, this lag is crazy. What the fuck is going on? I'm alright, just vibing on Christmas was good. Hope yours was as well. Yeah, no, I had a good time. Just a mellow family Christmas, but that's really all I'd want these days. Yeah, I would... at this point, I would be okay to donate some of my marks of ascension to the server hamsters, because this shit's crazy.
Why do I need...
You were on a single target class and pulled like 10 to 15 mobs, lost half my health, not using any defensives because it was just one or two shotting the mobs. Yeah, no, Area 52 is, you become very powerful over here. Ascension is is basically a private WoW server, and there's the Bronzebeard server, which you might have heard people talking about if you're at all in tune on this. And the one I'm playing on right now, Area 52, this is the classless server where people don't have like everyone is a hero. And that's why I'm doing weird shit where I'm a tree, which is normally a druid healing thing, except that I'm shooting lightning and using shaman spells. And I'm just doing a dungeon right now. I was doing some battlegrounds earlier, but this Tree of Wrath build is not really the best at PvP. Not like dueling, rather. It would be good for a large-scale battle. And unfortunately today the server is just weirdly laggy. More so than I've ever experienced, to be honest. But having a good time with it all the same. But it makes my build very hard to get a feel for because there's so many like things that'll end up proccing an instant cast or something. And it's hard to tell. It's like, wait, did I get a proc? Did it lag? What happened? Okay, because I thought I was low-key tweaking seeing the tree cast shaman spells. Yeah, I was gonna say, I just kind of baseline assume that everyone knows what WoW is these days, but yeah, it's like, I feel like if you know what WoW is, Ascension is even more confusing because you're like, what the fuck? Did that rogue just charge? Did that mage just stealth? So yeah, Living Lightning is a new spell that doesn't even normally exist. With this build, my Chain Heal gets replaced with Living Lightning. So it'll heal, and then the heal will then branch out into an even more powerful Chain Lightning. But it's a really cool concept. I like it because I'm a big fan of healer builds that contribute to combat as well. Obviously, and depending on what version of WoW you're playing, that may or may not even be an option, but I'm definitely a fan. Worldforged Scroll Saber Slash? Transforms Dispatch into Saber Slash, using 5 combo points on a target with Rupture. Okay, hopefully everyone just greeds it. I don't know what the rules are for that, and I don't really need it myself. I'm running out of inventory. Hunter casting a fireball? Yeah, true, right? Which spells aren't affected by the global cooldown? Sometimes they'll say, sometimes you just have to learn what is and what isn't. But if there were no global cooldown, the game would be much worse, trust me. It would not be ideal.
I see the nasty tribe of Razorfen Crowl now knows the pain of my people. Serves the foul beasts right. To drive one from a holy land is a sin, worthy of the most severe revenge. Thank you, adventurer, for aiding me in my plight.
Oh, my inventory is full. Alright, we will delete this cheese. Rip cheese, rip watermelons. Alright, there we go.
The crone has been laid to rest. This is fantastic news, adventurer. In these times of peril, it is refreshing to see one as brave as yourself. With Razorflank's minions taken care of, our studies in the area can continue. Perhaps now we can gain further knowledge of exactly what happened to corrupt the resting place of Agamagan. However, I fear the answer to that question.
Okay, let me get out of the dungeon now. We're all good. Yeah, I can definitely say that BGs are significantly faster leveling, that's for sure. Oh god, I can't even move. It's lagging so bad. Okay, so that would be a huge chunk. That'd be a big chunk of XP, but you'd have to go manually find a group for that, so it's probably not worth it. Oh, Scarlet Monastery Hearts of Zeal. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Blasted Lands is really not much without the Burning Crusade. If I play Ascension without a global cooldown, I'm alt F4ing and uninstalling. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, I totally agree, Haven Shadow. It's kind of like the concept of draft pick versus free pick, how even if you think, oh, I don't want to draft pick, I just want to free pick all of my abilities. You think that, and then you're in an environment where everyone is hyper optimizing and min-maxing, and you go, oh man, but I just want to have fun. And it's like, too bad, bitch, this is what you picked. That would be global cooldown removal. Global cooldown removal would be that, but 20 million times worse, trust me. You definitely do not want that, no matter how badly you think you do. Wait, did I miss a present there? I did, sneaky little bitch. Might have just lagged out of my reach. There we go. Is it working? There we go. I can't even pick it up. Okay, now I can. You think you want that, but you don't. Blizz on WoW. Yeah, no. The reference there isn't lost on me, but trust me, in this case, it's truly, truly correct. You'd only use the forbidden powers for PvE? Yeah, but then you'd be competing with everyone else who's also using the same forbidden powers for PvE, but hyper-optimized instead of, oh, this is neat. No, I mean, I know you're joking, though. But it's like no matter which way you want to slice it, it's like it only gets worse. You're only widening the delta. Well, it depends. If you're talking about playing solo in the world by yourself, you'd only really get passed up by people that farm more efficiently than you, and then like your gold income would fall behind their gold income. But if you wanted to join groups, that's also where it would fall apart, because you'd be trying to join a group that demands people are actually playing in a baseline more optimal way than you might be with your "this is fun for me" choices. That's really the thing too. And to be honest, I'm not knocking people that would do that at all either, because at the end of the day, sometimes you just want to get a group done. You want to get an objective done quickly. There we go. Yeah, no, that I see that having well, with the shocks, you're not even dealing with global cooldown. You're dealing with shared cooldown. Cause like global cooldown is like when I heal myself, or better yet, if I use an instant heal. You know, it's like I have my lightning bolt has that global cooldown. Yeah, you can definitely do both over here, Abstora. We're talking about theoretical user change, theoretical changes that would make the game significantly worse. But the actual way this plays, you can definitely do some of that. I mean, hell, my build right now is a for fun thing. The Tree of Wrath, like I would lack some real options in a more, like a battleground where people are playing to win. But it's honestly pretty cool for what it is. Yeah, Pony, trust me, it's a good thing. I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but you just don't have a fucking clue what you're talking about. You do not want to live in a world where shaman shocks are not shared cooldown and have no global. You have no idea. You're asking for a world where your ass gets turned inside out by people that have 20 years of experience optimizing on you. Yeah, that's kind of the theory behind the shaman shock spells. Is they're fairly powerful, they're instant, but they share a cooldown. So if you frost shock someone, you can't flame shock them. It's basically the same cooldown, right? Now there's a little bit of a difference because like some shocks might have different cooldowns, but there's like a certain base level shared cooldown. Is DK an Ascension? Not yet. TM. I do think these days it's very likely that the Wrath patch will be hitting fairly soon. Soon in the sense that it'll probably land sometime in 2026 as opposed to another year out. But because this is a modded fan project, like people have been waiting on this for quite a while. Like some people have been waiting for Wrath since like 2019. That being said, though, we're talking about free pick versus draft. Area 52 is a free pick server where if you're not following a featured build like I am, you just pick literally any talent from any tree, from any class, and you just grab any ability that you want. Now, there are restrictions, like Blink is a legendary ability. You can only have so many legendaries. You can only have so many epics, right? So there's a little bit of restrictions just so everyone doesn't have exactly the same rotation, basically. But they do seasonal servers where it's wildcard, where you have to draft your build as you go. And there are options to re-roll. There are options to like have like a destiny or fate card where you get where you can like guarantee at least getting a certain core ability. But generally speaking, people's builds are more roguelike style where they're not going to be hyper min-max optimized. And I'm actually really looking forward to that. I'm gonna make a new character the day the new season. I'm assuming that when season 10 comes out, or season 11 if we're currently on 10, but I think Elune is season 9. If the new season coincides with the Wrath of the Lich King launch, I am absolutely making a character for that, because that sounds so fun. Well, yeah, that's exactly what this is, Abstora. I've done years and years ago when I first learned about Ascension, I played a draft pick character and had a good time with it. Free pick is nuts. The other thing about build crafting that's going to really excite you, notice the talent tree here. You don't have to build down the tree, because obviously then you wouldn't get as many options. The only restriction is you have to be the right level for the skill. So like if it's a level 50 talent, you can't pick it at level 10. But if you want to take Totem of Wrath, for example, or what, like say you want to have Thunderstorm, you just have to be level 60 and you can take Thunderstorm. You don't need any other points in the tree. Yes, exactly. I had a hyper optimized holy damage smite build where my smite was so strong. It was like it was like soloing I'd solo bosses but you're basically a turret. You can't move because you're casting smite, obviously, right? But you're just sitting there like an orbital strike cannon thing with holy fire and smite. But you know, you're cherry picking every single holy damage optimization from the priest tree, the paladin tree, etc. Yeah, so this client is 3.3.5. So we're on the Wrath client, which is why you have things like Thunderstorm and Bladestorm, etc. But Death Knight is not available until level 71, and the server caps at 70. So it's when Wrath of the Lich King comes out, it'll be an option. The only thing you can take is you can take Dominate Undead, because you can have a pet. You can have an undead pet if you pick that skill. Like I don't know if you noticed it earlier because of how I was zoomed in or in the party, but I have a Mana Wraith elemental pet as a tree of life that's actually a tree of wrath that casts lightning and heals. Like shit gets pretty crazy. My WoW brain is screaming at how wrong that feels. Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. Now again, this is just another one of those things that's only kind of scratching the surface. But like, imagine being a feral cat druid, but you're taking all of the warrior bleed talents, all of the rogue bleeds. I don't know if hunter has bleeds as well, but like, you can really do some cool shit with that. And then the other thing too is, in the same way that Tree of Wrath is something that doesn't even normally exist, there's also, because like, you know, there's Atonement, that if you played Cataclysm, I think. I can't remember if Atonement was in Wrath. I predominantly played it in Kata as the thing. So anyway, that's how I'm thinking about it. But then there's things like, what's a cool one? Oh, I should just show you the archetype page. So for people that are, well, hopefully this doesn't DC me. We'll see, because the server lag has been not handling opening this build page. If it DCs me, it's okay though. I'm not in a queue for anything. They have a ton of archetypes. This character, this Tree of Wrath, this is one of the official archetypes. Okay, here we go. So, they sort it like primary stat, strength, agility, DPS, healer. Like, there's some familiar stuff, but okay, like this one, Hoplite, for example. Oh, I really want to play this once I get the the heirloom polearm and shield. But it's kind of it's a warrior type build. But as you see how massive this tooltip is, intense training allows the hoplite to fight with a polearm and shield. You get a phalanx stance instead of battle stance. And then you have like a spear thrust that's unlocked by, you know, obtaining the skill Sinister Strike, but then the skill becomes thrust. Then instead of shield slam, you get shield strike, and you get like a flurry of spears style combo finisher that's very Pantheon from League of Legends inspired. Oh, is Hoplite the best archetype for leveling? I could see that. I mean, it seems like a warrior that just does a crap load of damage. Javelin unlocked by Heroic Strike. Oh, okay, so Heroic Strike becomes a ranged attack. Throws a javelin at your target, causing armor-piercing damage, causing them to become impaled, causing them to bleed. Colossus Smash resets the cooldown on Javelin against impaled targets and deals 20% increased damage for each second the target was impaled. Yeah, so lots of stuff like that. Yeah. The other build I wanted to play the other day, but then I realized it was a level 70 build. Some builds just aren't designed around leveling because you need too much shit for them to really get going. But this one, Solar Mage. This doesn't have a leveling build, I don't think, unless it was just... Oh, no, it does. What? So I can play... So the UI must have just been shitting the bed with the lag I had going on yesterday. Well, okay, I guess I will try this one then, because I thought this was a level 70 option only. But yeah, so the idea behind this is that you're combining the Balanced Druid Eclipse concept with Arcane Mage kind of like damage ramping and all that. And this is another one of those things where it's like, yeah, if you played WoW, you're going to recognize some Balanced Druid stuff, you're going to recognize some Mage stuff, but all in all, it's going to play so much differently. Okay, so I would assume... Okay, so some builds don't have PvP. But it looks like they probably... I mean, I would be surprised if they didn't have leveling options, because it kind of seems like how are you gonna how are you gonna get a build master's trophy by leveling with the build if it's not a leveling build? Build a hunter lock with crazy pet DPS. Presumably, yeah. I mean, keep in mind, you do not have to follow an archetype. You can ignore that tab completely and just build your character through here as you go. But yeah, off the top of my head, I could imagine taking you'd be taking a combination of Beastmaster and Demonology Warlock talents and stuff. And then you'd probably also want the Enhancement Shaman's Wolves ability and Bloodlust. Depending on what the limitations are like in the Wrath of the Lich King era, you could also take Unholy Death Knight Gargoyle as well. Just bring out the whole... call it the Noah's Ark build. You just unleash the whole goddamn zoo on them with Bloodlust. Sounds pretty fun, actually. Okay, well, I guess let me see if a BG will pop. Oops, fuck. Clicked the wrong tab. Say hi to my small army of various things. Oh, especially if you can also take Army of the Dead. Zoolock. Oh, you know, one of the other concepts that was interesting to me, there is a mystic enchant designed around Feral Druid, the skill Berserk, the capstone Feral skill, called Groupthink, where your pet also gains the effect of your Feral Druid Berserk. And I thought, oh, that's a really cool concept of an archetype, like a Feral Druid that has a pet cat, and you just kind of you're kind of doubling down on being a cat as a Feral Druid while also getting like Hunter Beastmaster stuff going. There's tons of options, really. Oh, the other cool thing is they have prestige on this server. And there's various rewards and cosmetics and stuff you can get for prestiging. But the other cool thing is, if you want to play multiple builds, you don't have to keep making a new character every time. You can, if you'd prefer that. But you can also just prestige your character back down to level 1, and you get a leveling, you get like a boosted XP rate for doing that as well. And then you just get to go again.
Looking for something special?
Yeah, that is one of the bummers of Bronzebeard being Wrath era talents, but level 60 cap. It's like with the Mystic Enchant system, you do basically get the core function of your build online at 30 with your whatever with whatever legendary you pick, right? But the downside is if you're looking for if you really want to use that end of the talent tree skill, that's what it is. That's all there is to it.
Goodbye. Greetings.
Okay. Well, while I'm in queue, we'll enter the Monostorm here and see how my tree is currently handling this bullshit. I also noticed you can turn on high risk in Monostorm. I don't know if it's a bug and it's not actually working, but if it does work, there's no risk or penalty. It's just more XP. Generally speaking, Abstora, that kind of stuff does work over on this server because that's basically what they designed it around. They designed it around, you know, having that much freedom of just kind of doing shit. Okay, so I might still need to be dipping out of tree form. Because I just don't have enough things I can cast otherwise. But yeah, Monostorm is just basically roguelike thing. Wait, are we being... Oh, what the fuck is hitting us? That's just some effect from the target dying. Alright. Oh, I need to... Okay, yeah, my human form bar is missing a lot of shit, though. Okay, oh, he's trying to go fight whatever that is. I see. The Legion cannon, that's funny. Alright, let me get Chain Lightning on my human form bars. And I do need to macro that. Okay. Let's see. Come back, Pat, you dipshit. Alright. We want it to cast, oh, Nature's Swiftness is also a shaman spell. Sure. Okay. There we go. Now I should have an elemental mastery option. Okay. Okay, so the hell is this? Eye of Razira? Okay, just a little mini eye. Yeah, I can definitely feel my damage falling off aggressively. Oh, he went back for that fell cannon again. That's so funny. Anyway, I gotta kill 7 mobs before I go fight the boss anyway. Yeah, that they do look like the fucking Keiko demons. They very much do. Okay, nice. All of these little things count as a single kill. I wasn't sure if they would or not. Alright, this thing's gonna be a nightmare. With how little damage I have. Okay. Okay, so I see. Shit, I can't do anything. RIP. Okay. Yeah, that plus lag and low damage is kind of fucking obnoxious. So that That's an unfortunate state of affairs. Hey, wait, what happened to my BG queue? It never popped. What the fuck is going on? Okay, let's see if that pops. Is there a way to channel +1 spells at once? No. Why do you keep wanting this shit, Pony? Every idea you have would make the game so much worse. Cut it out. No, when you are channeling a spell, you are casting a spell. There is a time where you're allowed to activate a buff that's off the global cooldown or something while channeling a spell. But generally speaking, it's like you're allowed to do one action. Thinking of quirky stuff. Yeah, nah, but trust me, you don't want a warlock doing drain life, drain mana, and drain soul all at the same time on you. You'll have a pretty bad time with that. Cancer in a bottle is what that is called. Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty rough time. I was thinking of Mind Flay plus Arcane Missiles or something. I mean, that alone would be pretty,
Just the thing for you.
pretty yucky too. Now, it is possible that there are talents or procs or something that when you do an ability, it will fire off another ability. But to my knowledge, I've never seen anything that would be like, you know, you can channel two independent abilities at the same time. I don't think that exists under any circumstance, but I'm not sure, but I would say probably not. Yeah, no, I mean, that's kind of also, some of it could also, I mean, some of it's just core game design balance concepts that aren't going to be shifted, and some of it could also just be engine limitations. I mean, keep in mind that the global cooldown was probably both a balancing feature and a, you know, like a way to rein in the technical limitations of the era. There's a lot of things that the server wouldn't even allow, even, you know, despite modern technology. It's like you'd need to recode the game. All right, well, just gotta figure out what to do now. I want to finish up this build so I can play another thing, but well, I could always play my other character. It's also prestiged.
Greetings and salutations, hero. I have the latest news from both continents and points beyond for your consideration.
May your blade...
Heroes of the realm, hear me. The Horde calls...
What I really want to do, oh, interesting. Monostorm is an solo or with any group composition of up to 15 players. That's crazy. I just assumed that it would be a 5-player group. Higher levels increase monster difficulty and increase the rewards all the way up to endgame raid tier. That's really cool. Now, out of curiosity, what if I do a level 1 Mana Storm on the tree? How does that scale?
Welcome to the Mana Storm. Listen up now. All you've got to do is kill the villain blocking my magic, and I'll open up a portal to your next destination. But be careful. There's dangerous enemies afoot, and I have no idea how deep this thing goes.
Oh, interesting. I can proc Earth Living from, I can proc Earth Living weapon from picking up the hearts on the ground. That's really funny. Yeah, I think it's probably worth doing the low-level Mana Storm dungeon. I mean, it still scales to your player level, but rather than taking a bunch of penalties, this is probably more efficient given that my build isn't really designed for this. Oh, like, this is gonna be a fucking obnoxious bastard for sure. It's crazy how much better my heavy build, my heavy slam or whatever the fuck build it was, is called. I can't wait to do that one again just to shit through Mana Storm all the way to 70. But for the time being, we are in pain land on this tree build. In PvP, it wouldn't work because they'd probably just notice, and in PvE, if you feign death and you go out of combat, the monster just resets completely, basically. Because, like, it's designed to get you out of combat, right? Pony, based off of the archetypes you were telling me about in Magic the Gathering yesterday, you're being overly Timmy right now. You need to rein it in just a little bit. Good theory crafting, but you're going too far out. You need a little bit more fundamentals. But no, honestly, I would say just jump in and start picking abilities. Now, I will say from my experience running this I've only ran one featured build so far, and it's a healer-focused build rather than a damage-focused build. But it is possible that you won't like the featured build as much as you would like your own manual build, especially if you already have some WoW XP in the pipeline. But Haven Shadow was also saying earlier in chat that Hoplite is one of the best leveling builds. Ooh, maybe if I have enough runes or marks of ascension to get the shield and the polearm, I could potentially try that. Because it sounds like Hoplite has a ton of cleave as well. We'll just have to see. Pony thinking like a blue player with infinite mana. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I cast another Pot of Greed. Or summon another, rather. Play another. I don't know. I forget the terminology. Hey, lol. How's it going, dude? Oh, no. He's doing his thing. His left head decided to kill someone else. Very ogre. There we go, we did it. Low level Hoplite doesn't really have any cleave besides Thunderclap and Whirlwind, but once you hit 42, you're going to skyrocket with Spear of Flurries. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, I will definitely consider that for the next featured build play. In terms of just shitting on the game almost immediately, I'll probably do the Heavy Slam thing again, just with more optimization than I had last time. Because that was just the first build I happened upon, and I happened to have that legendary already, and I was like, oh, fuck it, let's just go with whatever this is. Oh wait, he's immune? Can I attack his totems? I forgot what this guy's deal was. Let's see if he's not immune if we pull him away from the totems. Okay. He must have had some fucked up grounding totem. Let's try pulling him away from that again.
You made that look.
All right, we did it. When the Wrath patch drops, I wonder if Blood DK plus Warrior and Rogue, maybe a small bit of Druid to max bleed to be effective at all. Oh yeah, true. I forgot about Blood DK. Does Blood DK have a lot of bleeds? I can't remember. I guess, you know what, we'd have to look, what era is the Blood Tree even? Okay, it looks like we're in the era where the Blood Tree was the tank tree. Oh yeah, 3.3.5. Okay, sure. It's also possible that there will be some changes to then when it comes out. Because, like, for example, a lot of things it'll be like, you know, instead of like your druid spells do this, it'll be like your nature spells. Like there have been some changes to kind of make things basically keep functioning the same as everyone's used to, but also adding a little bit more on top of that as well. Do bleeds need melee weapon? Depends on the bleed. Like, there are some bleeds that do percent-based weapon damage, and then there are some bleeds that just have their own attack power scaling or something. Locks can't summon an iconic infernal. Not as a main pet on Bronzebeard, but you could have any... Keep in mind, like, how I have Tame Elemental. You can have... You should be able to have... Now, you might need that exotic pet talent for certain classes or certain things that are, like, bigger than normal. But on Ascension classless, you probably could. Becomes a game of reading the ability, explains the ability. Yeah, there is a little bit of, like, Path of Exile level tooltip and character planning and reading and everything involved. Okay, so we've killed enough things to go fight the boss. We'll see if we can move by without pulling. Don't know. Yeah. It was too close. That's okay. This pet's basic attack is also mana burn, which is really funny in low-level battlegrounds where no one has a ton of damage, really. I was just making people go Yeah, I mean, that can definitely... If you enjoy that, if you enjoy build crafting, like this is... Oh, fuck, this is the wrong boss platform. It's the other one, Lamau. Yeah, that's definitely a very fun thing to do for sure. Oh, this way. Right. Okay. Hello. Oh, yeah. Not to mention, Abstora earlier, we were talking about, like, you're like, what the fuck? That tree is casting shaman spells? Never mind the fact that I was a tree with mana, energy, and rage. Because of course everyone needs every single resource, right? With the way this game mode works.
That's right, we bad. Ugh, the Stormwind Stockades. I mean, oh, the Stormwind Stockades. I've never been locked up here before.
This archetype I'm doing, just one-shot a boss in Monostorm? Holy shit. What is... Yeah, I gotta hear the details on that. That's crazy. All right, Targor the Dread. So yeah, it should be just down the hall. Yeah, I do not have the greatest. I have some cleave, but I do not have much. Wind Rager, I hit with something called Hurricane Strike, and I have Wind Fury weapon. It hit 14 times in one ability. That sounds reasonable. There we go. Where the hell is the portal? What room was he in again? Okay, it doesn't matter. Don't have to go find it. Okay, oh, Many the Betrayer. Okay, so that should be, like right around the corner, basically. Okay, it's over there. I see the skull. Okay, that's what I thought. Assist me, slaves. There we go. Alright, I need to get a few more kills. That number up here, 4 chaotic links remaining, that's how you know how many regular mob kills you want to get before you go fight the boss. Otherwise the boss has like a big buff. Yeah, okay, it's the same guy I fought last time with the totems, okay. I was gonna say, it's a very familiar name, right? Oh, these are collaborators. I see. They're not the enslaved ones. And that's why that dude is a betrayer.
You brought this on yourself.
Oh shit, I casted a lightning from tree form on accident. Tree form lightning is instant, but it has a cooldown. Can you kill the totems? No, they're immune, okay. There we go, just pull him away from his totems up here.
Down and out.
All right. Yeah, that one is annoying and slow. There we go, got some new skill ranks, which is important. We got some Sunwell shit. Uh-oh, my pet pulled extra. Yeah, so I see they can't die during that. Oh, I see the Fel crystals are protected. Well, yeah, this is pretty rough because of how weak my build is for this type of content. But the BGs aren't popping, and getting other groups was not really moving either. At least I can withstand his overpower phase if I don't kill him quick enough. Or I don't kill the thing quick enough. Damn, yeah, I just don't have, even with the cooldowns, I don't have enough damage to deal anything with that. Seems like I'll probably win the fight, but it definitely takes a minute. Alright, we did it. Nice, I have 1,700 of those. At 3k, I can get a permanent Mystic Altar thingy. I'd have to re-queue, because that would be a different BG at this point. Well, I'm almost 70, so I don't want to back out of this build at this point, but man, it would be nice if I could get a group or... What I really need is a BG to pop. That would be amazing. So are you guys talking about Magic the Gathering there, I assume? Based off of the language? Doesn't sound like Yu-Gi-Oh to me. What was I gonna... Oh, yeah. So, Haven Shadow said they were playing Wind Rager. What does Wind Rager itemize like? Oh, okay, one-handed weapon. So do you... Okay, looks like you dual wield for Wind Rager. One-handed, it wants you to use... Okay. It says one-handed axes in the build guide. Does it have to be an axe, or could it just be like a fist weapon, or a sword, or anything? One-handed maces. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't have the one-handed heirlooms yet, but I got almost 300,000 runes. I'll be able to. I can get a couple things at this point. What I'd like to buy is a PvP queue to pop. That would be really, really cool. I'd really appreciate that, video game. It'd be really cool if we would just have a BG queue pop. Too many terrified babies unwilling to click the BG button. Now, some people might have better things to do, but I bet most of them don't. I bet most of them are not leveling faster than that would be. But I also just want to play a BG. Why do one-handed cost more but give the same XP bonus dual wield? Yeah, I always wondered that with heirlooms, because even back in the day, before, you know, on the official servers, they were more expensive too. Just as what it is. Keep in mind though, if you're gonna use the same thing, you can just pull it out of your vanity collection twice. I don't know if you were able to do that. I think with the original heirlooms back in the day, you couldn't do that, but yeah, I guess the only thing you can't do that is wait. Unique equipped 2. Okay, so the fist weapons that are left-handed and right-handed claw, looks like you'd have to buy both of those because they're unique equipped of their own item. But like Balance Heartseeker, for example, is unique equipped 2. Yeah, all of these are fine. Not all classes are capable. Well, yeah, but if you're talking about the classless server, it doesn't apply, and if you're talking about servers with regular WoW classes, it's like, well, yeah, of course. I mean, you're not putting plate mail on a mage. It's never really, it's never been a thing. But yeah, no, I mean, it's like if you're trying to play a shaman, a dual wield shaman, and a dual wield warrior, pick maces and not swords. But yeah, there is a chance that you're gonna have to pick certain things. I meant dual wielding. No, that's what I was saying too. Like, if you were gonna dual wield on a shaman, if you wanted to play a shaman and a warrior, both dual wield with heirlooms, don't get the swords, obviously, because then you can't use them on the shaman. Yeah, no, all good, all good. Definitely better to ask extra questions and buy gear you didn't think you had to. Or like even worse, you know, like it would be one thing to buy the fist weapons when you really didn't need them, but it would be even worse to like say buy the Heartseeker twice, if that's even a thing, or I don't know if it disappears out of the menu after you've bought it, but if it lets you do that, that would hurt. You wouldn't want to do that. You could use a staff for a shaman. It might not matter, but whether you're healing or dealing damage, you were intended to use a shield offhand, so you'll be squishier than you would have normally been, right? Because there are caster shields. I don't think that would matter really, especially, you know, especially if you want to like if you're talking about getting an heirloom staff and you want to play other casters too. Yeah, I would say if it's, you know, get the things that'll apply more to other builds and characters that you might want to play, rather than like, it's like, for example, as much as I want to play Hoplite, I might not immediately buy the pole arm and shield because that's probably the only character, you know, it's like I don't imagine I'm going to get as much mileage out of the pole arm and shield other than hoplite. I'm a hunter, Andy, when it comes to regular WoW. I like finding all the cool critters. Oh yeah, dude, if you like that kind of play style and just like exploring the world, I don't know if this server has it too, but because Bronzebeard, the other server, is basically Classic Plus, it's like 1 through 60 WoW, but you have Wrath era talents. I really wish this queue would pop. And then they added other things to the world. Like, I don't know if I can pull it up on the map here. I haven't even been there, but like, oops, I'm in the wrong spot. Like there's a whole new area and a new dungeon in the starter leveling area. There's like new additions to the map. There's things called world forged items where like you'll see like a sparkly crate with like an axe embedded in it, and you just loot that axe as if it were like an object in an RPG. What's your OG pet? Now, this does exist in the era of pet normalization, so like you're not going to be able to get the OG Broken Tooth with like a less than 1 second attack speed or whatever that was. The bane of every caster in ancient WoW. But I don't think that they've removed pets. And even if it truly doesn't exist, it might exist as a cosmetic. Like, for example, they have these things called incarnations. So like, say you wanted to play, like, for example, say you want to play bear form druid, but you're tired of the default bear skin. They have like all sorts of stuff that you could get through, you know, it might be on the cash shop. It might be something you go like, you know, there might be different ways of unlocking them. But like, yeah, you could play a bear form druid and have this instead. White light, rare spawn, snow leopard in the dwarf starter zone. Probably still exists. I mean, if not, all of the frost sabers and winter springs still exist as like a visual of that. But yeah, if the one in the dwarf starting area doesn't exist, you would have to, you know, you wouldn't be able to level with that. That being said, there's Echiaki, the White Lion, and the Barons, as well as Humar, the Pride Lord, the Black Lion. Those are probably my two favorite hunter pets right there. I don't know if you'd be able to tame the White Tiger and Stranglethorn or not, but that's still there too. What is that, Pony? I don't recognize that word or name. Oh, cat guy in Magic the Gathering. I see. Yeah, that could definitely be something I'd play. But yeah, in addition to like things just being out in the world, like item-wise, there are also extra new rare mobs that they've added. Like I found this demonic horse wandering the burning steppes called Sleipnir, and killing it granted the Warlock Mystic Scroll Burning Rush. It's like a, you know, like a Warlock ability. Like the other thing Bronzebeard did is mobs are less homogenized. Like rogue mobs have more of the combat stats that a rogue would have. Caster mobs are squishier but hit harder than you would remember. Tank mobs are pretty fucking tanky, and they might even have like a defensive shield cooldown or something. I found this dwarven officer mob that just fought with a large rapier, and his parry rate was through the roof. There's a lot of changes that make it feel like more of an RPG. And the other thing too, they have a really good wardrobe system for transmogging. Any humanoid creature in the game can be farmed for its gear. So like if you see a cool looking mob out in the world, you can farm them until you have all of their gear visually. if you get thunder spammed by a trash mob. It's not quite that bad, but it is definitely, it's like you'll feel more powerful ever so slightly on average because either because of the Wrath era balancing or talents or because of new Mystic enchants and stuff that make you a little bit more powerful than a retail server character would be. But it balances out really well by the world being a little bit more powerful and threatening. Like mobs have a little bit more abilities. They might have a little bit more interrupts and stuff. It's not to the point where every fight feels like a PvP duel and shit's really obnoxious, but it's more engaging. Like you might kill regular mobs faster, but you might have more shit to deal with if you try to pull like 5 mobs at once. Oh, and crafting professions are actually good too for while you're leveling. So like instead of crafting being like every single thing you craft is turbo dog shit, your crafting is actually going to give you gear that's decent to use. I wonder if I can look for a dungeon group at the same time, or if it's only, Okay, I'm queued for both. Got it. Nice. Well, you have to be leveling your profession as you go. Like if you fall behind on your profession leveling, yeah, you will be crafting gear that's really bad. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard multiple people praising how good it is, so I assume that all of them aren't wrong, and it's possible that you might have just missed something. But I don't know, maybe they are all wrong. Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about the mats. I'm just talking about the gear actually having stats and power that would compare to, like, it would, like, if you've crafted the item, it should feel good to equip it. Because in vanilla WoW, that really wasn't the case. Like, most crafting things were really useless except for endgame crafting when an expansion was fresh. That was basically it, other than a few enchants. But yeah, I would imagine that if you were just concerned about getting the best gear, the World Forge stuff you find, as well as dungeon gear, is probably still going to kind of be the go-to for a lot of people. It's just that if people prefer crafting, it's not producing like white gear 5 levels below you that has no stats. Yeah, no, that's all I was talking about. Okay, okay, so the dungeon group has a tank, a healer, and a DPS. It shouldn't take much longer to get another DPS at this point. I don't know if that'll have any value or not. Oh, okay. Yeah, not much. Although... No, that's this guy. Okay. This guy is trying to crash the value of it, but other people weren't paying attention and started undercutting him. I'm not going to be concerned about that, but if you see something like that and you see one player trying to do that, you just buy out all the shit and set the price again. But you do want to make sure that that's actually a price people will buy things for. But there are a lot of people that don't have any sense and just simply have like very basic auctioning add-ons kind of like autopilot it for them in a way that isn't as well designed as, say, Trade Skill Master. Well, no, but that's basically the design intent behind it. They don't want it to feel like if you're a warrior that didn't take mining and blacksmithing, you're fucked. They just don't want it to make it feel like taking mining and blacksmithing is a pointless chore unless you're looking for a specific endgame thing only. Because that way, otherwise you end up in a situation where there's like no enchanters or blacksmithers on average on the server, and that usually is pretty bad for the economy or trying to find a certain enchant or something. Day trading in the auction house, I don't miss it. I have a, yeah, I mean, I don't like to spend, I don't like to get too hyper obsessed with it, but I'm definitely aware of it. Although, to be honest, learning the auction house in WoW did help me understand trading and market value in real life. Like, it's not something that's like made my life or changed, or, you know, like literally reshaped my life and now I'm a millionaire, but I've had a little bit of success here and there. And I can guarantee you I would have not known that if I hadn't done auctioning in WoW. Probably wouldn't have had the interest either, because it would have been like, I don't understand, this is confusing, fuck it, I'm out. Remember when Jeweler first dropped, I maxed that shit immediately to get massive gold from the mounts? Ah. Yeah, a new profession dropping with a new expansion, if you get that going immediately, you definitely have some real value in the market. Holy shit. The queue isn't broken. We actually are about to get a group. We just need one more player. A DPS of all things. Just queue up. Just queue up, you bastards.
Be careful.
Oh, it's a non-combat pet, Goldilocks. It's like Ragnaros, but made out of gold and gems. That's funny. That's this one over here. Yo, Toast. I'm gonna ban you for spamming, you son of a bitch. Thanks for the 5 subs, man. How's it going, dude? Yeah, man. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you, too. Hope you had a good one, whatever you did. I had a nice, mellow family holiday. half the people in my family, well, not half, but some of my family, like my sister, my cousin, they have kids, so there's the next generation of the family doing their stuff. But yeah, right now, it's unfortunately been not the hottest day. This other server in Ascension is a little bit laggy today, not normally. And the queues have been kind of low, probably because people haven't been feeling like playing with the lag or they're on the other server. But I have a crazy build going, so I'm a Blood Elf, right? But I can turn into a Tree of Life that's actually a Tree of Wrath, and it allows me to cast lightning bolts and chain lightning. And I have a pet elemental that has slow and mana burn. It's the classless realm, but what I'm playing right now is an archetype build. These are builds made by the Ascension team that are very thematic. Oh, this is the one I was looking at. This is Wind Rager. It's not what I'm playing. I'm playing Tree of Wrath. Right now on this server, you can also free pick. I've done that before on a different build, and it was crazy. I had, oh yeah, here we go. I wanted to show an example of, let's see, what tree would have it, maybe. Okay, so like, for example, look over here. Like, I'm in the Shaman Elemental page. I've got this talent, this talent, this talent. So instead of needing to build all the way down the tree, on this, the only requirement is that you have to be the right level. Like, you can't take Holy Shock at level 10, you take it at level 40. And there are a little bit of restrictions over here, like, you can have this many legendaries, this many epics, this many rares. Blink, for example, is a legendary ability. Blessing of Kings is a green ability. It's not as crazy. Damn, Abstora, 68 months. It's been a long, strange journey, hasn't it? A wood elf. Actually, that's true, Pony. I am a wood elf over here. Toast just trying to fucking sabotage my reputation. Says I steal his girlfriends and then calls himself the bad friend. Oh, what the fuck? I queued up for a random Burning Crusade dungeon and I got a Shadowfang Keep. Okay, well, at least it's a dungeon. I also noticed that I didn't get Blessing of Kings on my bar for whatever reason. Okay. Okay, our tank isn't here. Oh, this person has an undead pet. Hype train is over level 2? Damn. I haven't. I've heard of this happening where people get a port. You go to the workplace buffet, but they don't have your favorite sandwich. Oh, dude, that sucks. Nice, tank is here. Okay, nice, that worked. So yeah, my chain heal turns into chain lightning. That's kind of my that's my gimmick. And I'm currently the top damage with my living lightning and lightning rod. Dude, that emote is actually amazing. What the fuck? The hype. So is that a is that like an emote you just have sight wide on Twitch now? That's actually such an OP pull. I don't know what the options were, but I feel like you got best in slot. Imagine getting out DPS'd by a tree. Well, keep in mind I am an angry tree. I'm not a tree of life, I'm a tree of wrath. OP pull, OP as fuck. Yeah, you got a realm wide legendary emote. I am tree. It's even better to zoom in on the face for that. Throwing my position on the meters just to meme. Is it just Frog Month or something? I have no idea, dude. I don't, like, I'm so out of the loop on whatever, like, Twitch things are doing, whatnot. Like, I barely remembered to even get the drops for the game that I was actually planning on playing. Like, I actually watched the PoE stream, and then I almost forgot to claim the drops. That's funny, Rugged Spalders scaled up to level 59 as 18 agility. Cause yeah, the loot from dungeons will scale for your level, because otherwise you'd get some like garbage.
Arugel still resides in Shadowfang Keep. We cannot claim Silverpine as a strategic stronghold for the Dark Lady until Arugel is slain. I shall see to it that his magic is eradicated, adventurer. But I leave it in your hands to see that Arugel meets the death he so deserves. Travel to Shadowfang Keep and put an end to Arugel's foul spells once and for all. Bring to me the vile wizard's head. In preparation for an assault on Shadowfang, 2 Deathstalkers were sent to the Keep to gather intelligence.
Nice, man. Well, if you want to, I mean, by all means, like, play the game that feels fun to you. I'm more, like, I like the idea of Path of Exile more than Diablo, but I mean, I'm not even playing PoE either myself. They put Greater Rifts in, which is all you needed. Oh, okay, I vaguely remember. That's kind of like the thing where you just kind of keep ramping up, basically, right? D3 wasn't good until like season 20. I don't remember what season I played. I don't know exactly what my cause like I have not been in. I did not enjoy PoE 2's season this time around, but I'm not even really sure what it is. Like I feel like I'm kind of just burned out of the fucking campaign, but I'm also not totally sure if it isn't just an isometric ARPG thing. Because I wouldn't have thought that I would have been, I really would not have thought that I would enjoy WoW again in any form. Like people have tried to get me to come back to WoW. I've never had any interest in any of the classic official realms. Ascension is definitely, but Ascension has been super fun for me. I'm not even really sure. PoE is definitely very confusing. Totally agree there. Some of it just kind of is what it is, some of it unnecessarily so. But I haven't even had a problem with that. I actually understand the end game and how to craft maps and how to deal with all that. Okay, I wasn't exactly sure how to play my build in that much of a situation because I don't really play shaman, and this, even though I'm a tree, I have mostly shaman abilities right now. Yeah, I don't know. It could be that I've burned out of the campaign because like I'm enjoying something as repetitive as WoW, but you don't always have to level every character in the exact same order. But it also could be I don't know, part of me wonders if like I just don't like the isometric format as much because do you remember the Korean ARPG MMO Lost Ark? I was really excited for the idea of that, and I played it when it came out, and I mean of course that game had some serious fucking problems with progression and pay to win, but yeah, it almost kind of makes me wonder if there's something about the way an isometric game feels and plays that just doesn't feel as good to me, because I feel like I would like if Path of Exile 2, oh boy, shit's hitting the fan here. Okay. I feel like if there was I feel like if PoE 2 were a 3D third-person over-the-shoulder game like WoW, I might actually really enjoy it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. For the time being, I'm just kind of shrugging in the sense that like if the game pulls my interest again, I'll go play it, and if not, I won't worry about it. What about No Rest for the Wicked Pony? Oh, there's a World Forge cache here. Interesting. Yeah, that would No Rest for the Wicked has been one I've been thinking about as well, in the sense that like it's so much different than every other action RPG. I'm kind of curious to play it simply to figure out what my deal is with PoE, and is it, you know, is it the genre itself or is it just something else going on? Because I feel like if I end up with the same vibe from that, then it kind of speaks for itself. And if I enjoy that and everything's fine, well, then I know that it's not the genre perspective, etc. And it also doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that'll be permanent. I mean, there was a period of time I was pretty over shooters. And then I went on a fucking giga marathon of Apex for a while because it was the most fun PvP game I had played in years. And now I'm not currently playing any shooter, and I don't even see one on the horizon, other than maybe like a there's a PvE, a campaign shooter, Vladik Brutal. I do want to play that. And then of course, you know, there's gonna be eventually Half-Life 3 will come out, and of course I'm going to be playing that. Personally feel like you're a thinker in every game you play. You completely digest min-maxing in the game, you won't be able to fully enjoy it. Instant gratification from dopamine hits, from you performing well. In games like a shooter or arena game will just mask a truth that you need depth. Could be. Because, yeah, I would say that I very much enjoy building a character in PoE, too. I mean, PoE 1 building a character is not bad either, especially since the whole thing about the gold issue versus Orbs of Regret, you know, now that that's a thing. That's also cool. But I just didn't mechanically enjoy playing the game, really. But that's not like, or I burned out really quickly from it, because there was a period of time where I was really enjoying it. It just, I don't know, something about it, when the new season in PoE came out with Druid and everything, I was like super excited to hop onto it, and I played it for one day and then went back to leveling in WoW. And I was like a level 30 Feral Druid at the time, so it was not like, you know, the most exciting necessarily. I don't necessarily care about games being fast. I can't think of a good way to describe it, because it's like WoW is really slow. Or at least it feels that way to me. I mean, sometimes you have a lot of buttons to hit, but even when you do, the game is still pretty slow. Outside of maybe like high rank PvP. And even then, it's all relative to other games. You know, like it's gonna be faster than, say, Dark Souls 1, but way slower than Ninja Gaiden. This is like decurse the instance. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, the thing is, in PoE, you know, the funny thing is, I tend to map pretty slow, or like I'll move around a map fairly slowly. And I decided, okay, for this season, I'm gonna try playing faster. Like I'm gonna try to blast through the campaign and get to maps quicker than I usually do. The odd thing was that actually caused me to burn out even quicker. I didn't even beat Act 2 this season, and I just uninstalled the game. So I can't even exactly identify it. And I mean, in a lot of ways, you could just look at it and say, who the fuck cares? Just, you know, don't play it if you don't like it, which is obviously what I'm doing. But like, I would usually be able to analytically decide what I do and don't like about a game. Or I just wouldn't care because I didn't really like the game that much. Whereas in this case, it's like, God damn, I want to play the game. It's just not, for whatever reason, I don't want to play the game. Hey, thanks for the follow, Mango. But yeah, I mean, the one thing I'm thinking about, like how I didn't have the feeling in my mind that I would have liked Apex. In fact, some of the friends from our IRL friend group were playing Apex earlier when it came out, and I just wasn't even remotely interested in it back then. Now, granted, I didn't try playing it and bounce off of it. I just didn't even install it, so that could have been it too. But yeah, I mean, it is totally possible that it's just like, it'll be one of those things where like, it doesn't appeal to me at all, and then one day it'll be like, wait, this is sick, I like it. Now, I think that I would like PoE fundamentally better than any Diablo option from the stuff I do and don't like about a game and planning the character thing. But at the same time, if you're having a really good time playing Diablo 4, let me know, because I mean, I wouldn't expect to be interested in it, but at the same time, if I like a game, I'll play the damn game, you know? Almost 70 on Wind Ranger, then we proceed to try something else tomorrow. Since after 70 I go to bed. Nice, dude. Well, I'm gonna have to try out Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger, the build that Haven Shadow is talking about, is a strength build, but you use Storm Strike and Sinister Strike, and it's one of those things where like your Wind Strike is replaced, or your Wind Fury is replaced by Hurricane Strike or something like that. It's got cool shit. Sounds very exciting. I don't know if I'll do that first, because I might want to play that heavy slam build again for how fun that was. But, oh, holy Christ, bro is getting his dick chopped off. Damn, I'm almost topping the DPS charts. I keep losing, I keep going back and forth against the Shadow Priest-like character. But like, so when I lightning bolt an enemy, they have lightning rod in them. Any heal crit I get will cast another lightning bolt for free at them. So if I get heal crits and procs and stuff, things go pretty nutty. Damn, yeah, like that one single mob, I did all of the damage. Yeah. That's kind of Ascension in general on the classless server. Like there's an archetype called Hoplite. It's a warrior-like class again, but you are required to use a polearm and a shield. And it's very, very Pantheon inspired. You even have like a cone of flurry stabs finisher move. Why the fuck were there so many wolves? What the fuck is going on? Fortunately, I had lots of lightning procs. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if that was intentional or like a bugged chain pull or if something went weird or what. Lots of room for variation in D4. The new crafting option called Sanctification is basically just pure gamba, pure upside, so you have a reason to grind for loot even if your build is pretty much perfect. Oh, nice. Well, hey, I mean, if it feels good to play, that's really what matters. And whether I try that and I bounce off from it or I don't end up trying it, if I do end up really just vibing with the MMO element of playing WoW again, if I do hit a burnout or need a break from Ascension or waiting for content, I might check out, emphasis on might, because it's not a plan, it's truly a might. I might check out Guild Wars 2 again, because I haven't played that for multiple expansions, and I didn't quit that because I stopped having fun with it. It's just when I was living in Taiwan, they moved the server over to the East Coast United States from Texas, and that just gave me too much latency to realistically play the game. But I've heard that it's still going strong and very, very, very good. Oh shit! Wait, when were you playing PvP in Guild Wars? That wasn't when I was playing, I assume. But yeah, same toast. I got the legendary PvP wings over from fucking Taiwan latency. You know who I used to play with that was actually surprisingly good at the game? Nico. He played Guild Wars 2, and he was hardcore into it, and he played an engineer. And he was actually pretty nutty at PvP. Like, he wasn't going to be a top-level player. I can't remember his last name, but the dude who was like skinny but ripped, DJ'd. Yeah, Senna, thank you. I kid you not. And it was so funny because you know how like the same way he talks in real life, he would type in game and like no one would understand him because they're not from Hawaii and they don't understand like pidgin slang. It was legitimately so fucking funny. I know, dude. I think it was from the era when Rob still played Guild Wars 2, and I think we tagged each other in a post on, like, we posted a Facebook photo of our characters and tagged each other in it, and of all, like, And Nico goes, "Yo, Dom, you play Guild Wars 2? Let's do some PvP sometime." And I was like, I have no idea what to expect. I didn't even knew this guy played video games, let alone something as niche as MMO PvP. I was expecting it to be pretty rough and for me to go, "Yeah, I gotta go, bro. Have a good one," and then never do it again. But no, he was actually like very competent at the game and would like really handle the meta of PvP and rotating and like both the combat and the map meta. It was the most out of the blue random shit I could ever imagine. Like knowing who this guy is in real life makes the story make less sense than not knowing who the fuck we're talking about right now. Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. Yeah, no, for real. That was the kind of shit he would be saying. Or like he's telling people they're gonna hele on out of this point now or something, and I'm like, I couldn't even keep up with it. I'm just laughing too hard. It was so funny.
Adventurer. Your tenacity shall be rewarded.
Stomp that fuck up plant's flag down. I'm crawling, man. Dude, I'm so glad that we stumbled across this conversation thread because I can't believe, I guess it was just so out there and random. Like I probably never relayed this story to anyone because it's like, who the fuck am I gonna tell this and why, you know? But it was really one of the funniest possible things. I should have rolled on that. That's actually kind of decent, but that's okay. I don't care. Yeah, right? Like, I mean, like, even if it was WoW PvP, like, WoW had that era of being the game. Guild Wars 2 was not as popular, and it was a very much, like, that game has a pretty big PvE community compared to PvP. Like, it was just, it's such an out there thing. And like, I guess to quickly like wrap up who this dude is for like, he never like, you'd never clock him as a gamer. He's never sitting there talking about gaming. He's like a fit surfer bro DJ guy. And then he's also like actually like secretly at night an engineer main in Guild Wars 2 PvP. And that's the other thing too. Engineer was such a more complicated class than other things. It's not like he was playing like Unga Bunga Warrior, I charge down and kill them or they kill me. He was playing like, you know, one of those like, you know, engineer had more shit going on with it. It was weird. It was unusual. You had like rifle jump and turrets and because this was either the vanilla game or Heart of Thorns, so you didn't have, you know, engineer was pretty complex of a class back then. Yeah, no, he played like a pretty tanky engineer build, but he was good at it and it worked well. The funny thing was, too, is that he wasn't playing, like, the cookie-cutter engineer build. So, there were things he was doing that other engineers I didn't see them do. And it's not like he was better than them, but the thing is that implies that he came up with that build and you know, play style himself, which he probably did, because I don't think that dude would have been out there looking up PvP videos. Like, the thing is, he wasn't even online that often. He would just be online for like a solid couple hours of like non-stop PvP and then disappear for a week. It's just such an like, it's like one of the biggest mysteries of people you know IRL and people you know from like gaming. Oh, let's see if by any chance the 60 bracket is popping. That's good. I mean, vanilla Guild Wars 2 PvP was fun, but I could definitely say that it wouldn't be eternally fun, I don't think.
Go in peace.
Oh, a super speed res ranger. I think I've seen I remember playing something kind of like that in Heart of Thorns when they added druid or whatever to ranger, and you had that game has a weird druid, or at least it did back then. It's not very much what you'd think of druid in other games, but it was yeah, I remember doing something vaguely along those lines. Yeah, no, I remember having a very, very fast res and just being a nightmare to like the entire field. It's like if you take your eyes off me for a second, I'm gonna revive like half the people, and you're gonna have a bad time.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Oh, Pog, holy shit. Hopefully this isn't like a tail end losing BG. Okay, nice. Now it's unlikely to be a full BG, but even if it's only a couple people, the XP is enormous in a battleground, especially in a prestige character. Because that's the other thing, you can prestige on this server. Like, I've leveled this character to 70 multiple times, and then I prestige it and do a new build. Actually broken because you could CC into that and they would lose from dodging out of the CC. Oh, wow, yeah. No, that's right, I forgot about the little, like, nuances of that in Guild Wars, like the whole dodge thing, and it's a good game. I mean, there's elements of WoW that I like better, of course. I think any WoW player going into Guild Wars 2 is going to feel some of that. But then there are things in Guild Wars that just feel really good. And the other thing too is I will have less latency playing Guild Wars than I ever did before. Back in Taiwan, even before the server moved, best case scenario, I'm getting 160 MS. After the server move, it was like 200 MS best case scenario. And it was usually about 10 to 20 higher than either one of those numbers. So, and Guild War, point being, Guild Wars is a very latency sensitive game for an MMO. Oh, nice. Someone has the bonus aura as well. So we're going to be thick. I don't have half of my skills out. Oh fuck, I need that somewhere, okay. I don't want to go solo, I need to go with people. Yeah, that almost gave me like a whole level to kill that guy. Damn it, I can't get there fast enough. The only thing though is if these guys are gonna, in a low man BG, usually what you want to do is just like fight each other for XP the whole time. Shit, I just missed the ledge balls. Yeah, the build I've got is not, certainly not a PvP build. It's missing a lot of core things, like I don't have a good way to like dismount someone or deal with that. Although if they're just gonna run around playing the base capping game instead of fighting and stalling out a loss for no reason, then I'm just gonna sit here because I can at least defend a point and make them have to slow down. I'm not super tanky, but I will be annoying to kill. Oh, that's Cloudburst. Okay, no wonder. There we go. I need my Healing Rain skill in human form, because I got a damn tree form bar. Okay, so he's fighting over there. I don't want to just win, though. I do want to try to get some fights in. And I can also slow fall from here to the blacksmith. Alright, well, shitty battleground in terms of action and gameplay, but hey, if it's gonna be like this, at least I'm on the side that's winning. Nice. Yeah, look at that. That was like that was like 1,000,000 XP. That's what I was talking about. BGs are just worth so much. And if you have a normal BG where you fight, like you go in at the X0 level of the bracket and you leave at the X9 level of the bracket, it's fucking crazy. And then you get a shitload of honor from the daily call to arms. Oh nice, I'm level 60. so I can do the mystic forging thing to get to roll new abilities. Okay. Oh, fuck. No one... see if someone has another one. I don't have enough to get the mystic altar just yet. I wonder if there's one available for honor. I don't really want to spend runes on that necessarily, but... But yeah, rolling for all the mystic enchants over here, like, it's even better than on... even more important than on Bronzebeard as well. Like on Bronzebeard, anything epic or legendary, you're probably just going to look up where it is or, you know, go find it. Whereas over here, you know, you might have to buy it in the auction house. What is this quest?
Zug Zug, my friend. I am Kelm Harganth, the main supplier for the...
Zug Zug, friend. There we go. 20 marks of war. And now we have 323,000 marks of ascent or runes of ascension. Gladiator's Fierce Fire Opal. That's funny. Yeah, it looks like no one has a Mystic Enchanting Altar down right now.
Goodbye.
My, you're a tall one.
Yeah, the Mechanical Mystic Altar. I need that. But I'll farm more Monostorm on my next character. Or next build, rather. Same character, but next build. Because this build is just not at all for that. Well. Oh, what is this? Demonic Portable Transpolyporter. Where does this take me to? Why here? That's interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to org because I have this. Alright, I'm off to bed, sir. Wish you good luck and have a wonderful rest of your stream. Thanks, Haven. Appreciate it, dude. Have a good night. And yeah, realistically speaking, I think I'm running out of steam myself. I'd like to get this BGQ popping, but at the same time, if it doesn't pop in a minute, I'm gonna be heading to bed myself. But yeah, dude. You made Wind Rager sound very fun. I'm gonna have to try that out. Not sure if I'll do that one next or if we'll do something else first, but yeah, there's definitely a lot. Oh, here we go. Someone has a Mystic Altar now, sweet. So I at least have something to do. All right, we'll see. We'll do our 20 rerolls. If the queue pops, great. If not, we'll call it. Repartee reduces the cooldown of your feint. Using feint allows the use of riposte for 6 seconds and increases its crit chance by 100%. What the fuck? So you just feint and then riposte? That's... Isn't... Does riposte disarm as well? No, riposte is basically like rogue overpower, right? Anyway, it's kind of interesting. It does disarm. Okay. Yeah, so that seems insane. Like you're gonna be able to like you're gonna be able to riposte with a guaranteed crit off of a feint, and it reduces the cooldown of your feint. That sounds like some fucking bullshit. Yeah, crimes detected indeed. But that's kind of the beauty of this whole server, is that everyone has a certain degree of bullshit in their back pocket. Your last stand reduces the damage stored in your current... Wait. Your last stand now reduces the damage stored in your current stagger effect to 0. What does that mean? Oh, stagger is a different mechanic. Okay, I see. Activating last stand allows the use of victory rush, and using victory rush reduces the cooldown of your last stand by 40 seconds. Yeah, that also sounds ridiculous. I mean, it's like, it's not as long of a tooltip as other legendaries, but you get one legendary and that kind of defines your build. Like Tree of Wrath is a big tooltip with lots going on about it, but every now and then there's one that's just a pretty short, you know, little detail, and it's like, well, wow, that's a lot of shit. What we do in the shadows. Casting damaging shadow spells and abilities increases your physical damage by 2%. Casting damaging physical spells and abilities increases your shadow damage by 2%. Both of these can stack up to 4 times and last 6 seconds. Okay. So you gotta have 8% increased shadow and physical damage eternally if you keep doing shit. I could actually see that one being pretty viable on quite a few builds, to be honest. I'm gonna have to buy a bigger bank space just to juggle all these damn scrolls. Oh, increases the haste granted by nature's grace by 2%. Interesting. Powerful Claw increases the damage of Claw. I guess if you're leveling a druid, that's not bad. But usually you'd be using Mangle, so that one's kind of hard to really figure out the value of. Reduces the threat dealt by your consecration. Cannot think of a situation where you'd want that. Reduces the mana cost of shadow protection ability. Also seems like an uninspiring one. Now increases the damage of ambush by 2%, and you can wear 3 of those for a 6%. That's one that you'd want if you're using the ambush ability. Subtle Arcane Blast decreases threat of Arcane Blast. I mean, if that would actually make sense if you're doing PvE DPS mage, you don't have something better to use. I could see that. Aw, rip, there goes the altar. We need another one. What does this Warcaller dude do? Oh yeah.
For the Horde.
I have 1 charge of this temporary one left. brutal multi-shot, increases critical damage. Honestly, the ones that increase damage or hit rate on the green scrolls they feel really powerful for what they are. Increases bonus scaling of your devouring plague. I don't know what that would be versus just damage, but we'll look at it. We'll hold on to it all the same. Casting damaging nature spells and abilities have a chance to decrease the cost of your next fire ability by 100%. Okay, so fireball clear casting for a druid. Causes your attacks ignore up to 2% of your target's armor and increases the damage dealt by your rupture by 3%. Well, that's actually really good because you might take rupture as a, any class, right? That's what you gotta remember. It's not just rogue rupture. You might want, like, attacks ignore armor. You could easily grab that on a warrior, for example. Focused Sinister Strike increases the bonus scaling. Okay, I'm also curious about that versus just the raw damage increase. That one's more specific than I care about holding on to. That actually could have been really useful in my other build. I'm gonna hold on to that too. Subtle Ravage decreases the threat. Concentrated Arcane Barrage reduces the mana cost. Okay. Don't need to worry about that, but that's my... What is it? That daily quest basically makes 20 rerolls free. And actually gives you a profit of 500 extra runes. So it's worth it to do for the 500 runes, but also because... like I was saying earlier, getting Mystic Enchants is quite a big deal on this server. Like, for example, I spend literally all my gold buying Mystic Enchants that I don't have from the auction house every time I start a new build.
Your goods with a goblin.
And it's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Farewell.
But yeah, if you have a collection of all the important ones, then it's just even easier to get a new character going. On that note, though, given that the BGQ isn't popping and it's getting late, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. We'll finish this one up in when I start streaming tomorrow, the BGQs will still be popping at that hour, even if it's not BG day. So we'll be able to pretty quickly hit 70 and get a new build rolling. But yeah, I am gonna go ahead and have to dip out for the night. But take it easy, everyone. Yeah, thanks, Toast. You too, man. Good catching up. Good chatting. Appreciate the gifted subs and all that, man. And yeah, I guess to anyone else lurking, appreciate you guys here as well. I have a fancy little link tree set up with all of my relevant socials and my Discord as well. So if anyone lurking feels like joining the community more, go ahead and grab that link there. That'll do it for you. And if not, that's all good too. I'll catch you on the next one. But that's it for tonight. See ya.